Welcome to another exciting edition of The Ravens Flock. It is Saturday, August 6th, as we are in the middle of this hot scorcher summer. Every week there's always something new to talk about here on The Ravens Flock, whether it be nerd news, geek news, or any other topics that's related to our amazing, energetic community. We're here to discuss it. I'm your host, Jose Casabona, and also founder of this amazing channel that you guys are watching and you are subscribed to, and we appreciate each and every one of you, and also host of Wrestle Rewind. Joining me on my left is our host of Los Amigos Play, the video gaming guru, a man with a million opinions and zero apologies, Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. We have survived yet another week of the wrathful gaze of the sun bearing down upon us.
Yes,
Speak for yourself. I'm frying up on the insides.
I said survived, not endured.
Angel's voice is so awesome that he can actually redeem the boringest of infomercials.
I tried with DMC. I'm trying my best here, I swear.
And joining me on my right, surviving on Chicharrones, is the host of the Black Files, my tag partner for Wrestle Rewind, the man who puts in the man hours behind all the videos that we produce on this channel every single week, the man who is trying to regain all of his bearings after the horrid Let's Play round of DMC Devil May Cry Definitive Edition.
It's gonna get worse.
And a man who has a hate boner for the Young Bucks, Mr. Juan Arauz.
Thank you very much for that introduction, and don't you ever forget the mister.
And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on youtube.com/TheRavensFlock and twitch.tv/TheRavensFlock online. Hit the subscribe or the bottom button on the bottom right corner of your screen underneath the X,
Which celebrates our 10 years of being on YouTube.
Absolutely. And, of course, hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our media content. And, of course, leave your questions and comments down below, and we will answer them during the duration that we are live.
And live with feel right now, as we have once again endured the scorching heat. Please bear with us. As summer begins to wind down, Florida decides that it wants to go out with a bang, and the temperature tends to rise to a nearly unbearable 95 degrees during the high times of noon. So please, to our beloved viewers, we ask you to stay hydrated, use your FPS, and be very, very careful. SPF. CFF.
frames per
First-person shooters.
First-person shooters? Hells yeah! Let's bust out the copy of Doom.
Make sure
FPS
to
more like MGS. I just loaded a PlayStation 3 ad for you there, Angel.
Thank you. All of you, please make sure to cover yourself on your copies of Call of Duty before you step outside, so you will be protected by the frosty greed of the AAA corporations.
The AAA gaming business model.
Don't worry, don't worry. At least they're not crumbling under the pressure, unlike certain entertainment companies.
Before we get there, I want to say hi to the chat. I want to say hello to Nikki, Bella, and Bunda. They're both up in the chat rocking it out. Bunda was asking if anyone's going to cover SmackDown. We're going to cover one little bit on
We're going to cover one little bit in a little bit later. But right now, let's get into the meat of the matter. And Juan has some details.
Do I? Or go ahead and just talk about the stuff first, and then I'll actually have the details out.
All right. So
as we do live research.
All right. So a while back on this program, we did talk about the merger of Warner Media along with Discovery and how they're banding together, and they're also taking cost-cutting measures and cutting back on certain shows that they've been producing.
That is correct.
A lot of shows and a lot of projects for movies have been canceled.
Unfortunately, among them, there were some projects that people were actually looking forward to. And more or less, among them, recently, the Batgirl movie, which apparently was within some really heavy stages of filming, has been completely and utterly cancelled. Notification of which, by the way, the director received while on his wedding.
What?
Oh, yeah. The director Imagine being at your wedding.
He got CM Punk'd.
He got CM Punk real hard. Now, personally, I did not care much for the idea of Batgirl. I like the character. I don't really know what they're going to do with her. But I'm rather sad because we missed the chance to see Brendan Fraser return to the big screen as the villainous Firefly, amongst other. Yeah, that basically the entire project got shut down, and this results in a loss of $70 million, which means that the guys that looked at this, the testing audience, disliked this movie so much that the studio decided that rather than even try to salvage the project, they were just going to shelve it for tax reasons.
Everything that they're doing right now is all like they're taking these measures to try to converge.
There it is. Yeah, you pulled up the same article I got. Send me the article. Actually, send me the article.
Yeah, I'll send you the article. Everything that they're doing right now, it's all part of like their big strategy to converge everything together into one giant mega streaming kerfuffle, whatever.
The conglomerate of Warner Brothers Discovery.
They are
Good fucking God. we reported on this shit earlier.
Yep.
Was it last year?
We did, in
It
fact,
was sometime last year, yes.
We predicted this was going to cause a legendary shitstorm, and lo and much behold, we were in fact right.
Now-
See, this is what happens when you go ass backwards into your film franchises and ass backwards into your business deals.
So it would seem, because
Why?
if I recall, HBO is doing some pretty goddamn good money right now.
Yeah,
But it seems that it's not doing enough, because they're aiming for a goal of $130 million by this year, which might be the reason why this is happening.
Now, on that same subject, I actually pulled up. I've sent the article to Juan and Angel. It's an article from Variety.com, which was posted 2 days ago on August 4th, 2022. The headline reads, HBO Max Discovery Plus to merge into a single streaming platform starting in summer of 2025. Now, I went ahead and screenshotted the article pieces because you know how certain articles, like you try to click on them, and you're not allowed to read all
Would
of
you
them.
like 3 million ads?
Yeah, unless you subscribe to their page or whatever. So I made sure to screenshot all of it as much as possible because I ain't taking any chances with
Sorry,
Variety
boys.
or New York Times.
We ain't trying
Sorry,
to hurt,
folks, we're super broke, but you
We
can
ain't-
help us with that.
We ain't trying to hurt your viewership, but we don't really care about it.
So this article details here.
Are you guys gonna pay us? Is Variety gonna pay us to read
I
it?
wish.
No. Well, this article details us here. Is the whole of a combined HBO Max Discovery greater than its streaming parts? Warner Brothers Discovery is going to find out next year. The media company announced a timeline for their two services to be fused together. HBO Max and Discovery Plus will launch in the U.S. a single service in the summer of 2023, according to J.B. Perrette, who is the CEO and president of global streaming and games for Warner Brothers Discovery, speaking on this year's Q2 earnings call. A couple of quotes from him. At the end of the day, putting all the content together was the only way we saw to make this a viable business.
What?
Note my face of absolute disbelief.
Yeah, no, I like this. Like, basically, the CEO, like, bridging HBO Max and Discovery Plus together is aimed at cutting churn, so there's something for everyone in the household.
So we're taking away a bunch of things that people wanted from the household. Fuck that.
No, they're putting it all together and smushing it. And what's even dumber is I actually saw this one infographic of the different brands and franchises and different like things that folks have been growing to love in both the Discovery franchise and the Warner Brothers franchise. And I'm trying to pull it up right now because it was the dumbest
Go
fucking
ahead.
thing.
But while you're pulling it up, let me go ahead and continue here. So WBD, Warner Brothers and Discovery did not announce what the new brand name for the merged service will be.
Real
nor
quick,
did
Legend of the Traveling TARDIS is up in the chat. Hello,
thank
TARDIS.
you.
He's saying, the smell of geek and ego and bacon on a Saturday. It's not bacon, it's pork rinds, but thank you anyway.
Appreciate it.
Anyways, let me go ahead and continue here. Nor did execs discuss pricing for the unified streamer. Warner Brothers Discovery is initially focused on the ad-supported and ad-free versions of the combined HBO Max Discovery Plus. Let's see here. And the CEO also went to comment on saying that they're going to be exploring how to reach customers in the free ad-supported space with content that is totally different from what's on the premium VOD services.
And
video on
now I'm
demand.
getting worried again.
HBO may or may not be part of
God!
Yeah.
What the absolute living shit?
Oh, but,
I
so we're
can't
gonna
with these
get
people.
ad-free streaming services
At a cost.
at a
If you
cost.
pay for because
And
of
at the
course,
same
dude,
time. Here it is, the fucking, it was on Twitter from Discussing Film. Warner Brothers Discovery showcase what they believe is their most iconic brands, franchises, series, and characters.
Yep.
Okay, under brands, they have HBO, Discovery, CNN, HGTV, Cartoon Network, DC, and Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Under franchises, this is the dumbest thing. Okay,
are you
have,
ready for 3,000
you
more
have the-
multiverses movies?
you have the DC Universe Holy Trinity of Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, right?
Yep.
You have here the Discovery Channel Shark Week as a franchise. You have Game of Thrones under their franchise. You have
Really?
the Wizarding World of Harry Potter as a franchise. Another one, if
Of
you look
course.
nice and carefully here, 90 Day Fiancé Universe.
Oh my
What?
god!
The Marvel Cinematic Universe
Iconic
has
series
done
and-
irreparable damage to pop culture.
Iconic series and characters includes Friends, Fixer Uppers, the Big Bang Theory. God.
No, it's now
That
called
show.
the Big Bang Theory Cinematic Universe.
Cinematic Universe.
Every-
well,
bro.
they did come up with a Young Sheldon spin-off series, so why the fuck not?
The worst
Fuck Sheldon.
cinematic universe have done irreparable damage to pop culture in the last
The
10
Property
years.
Brothers, because hunky twin dudes selling houses to no one who can afford it, is a fucking franchise.
Yes, it is.
The fucking Sex in the City, middle-aged ladies.
I thought that
being
show
a-
was over already.
It's been over for 20 years.
Not too bad. Time to reboot it.
Nope, we got to
Apparently.
reboot.
And Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, the only reason why anyone watches Food Network.
Wow.
right?
'Cause
I
this-
don't know. Iron Chef was pretty good.
Guy Fieri, he's a national treasure. He's just a dude who wants to make food for people.
But I like Iron Chef. Iron Chef was fun.
Iron Chef is fine.
Iron
There's
Chef-
nothing
Also-
wrong with Iron Chef.
Allow me to take a moment to clear the air for some of our beloved viewers out there. Many of you remember Hell's Kitchen as that show where Gordon Ramsay gets really fucking angry and screams really loudly at people. So I took the time to sit down and watch a few of those episodes.
How is it?
He's actually very justified in screaming.
Yeah.
Because the things that make him angry are the things that you would look at and go, you are committing human crimes in this kitchen. If there was a Geneva Convention for food, you would be in jail right now.
And Gordon Ramsay would be the one to preside over it.
There was
The
a
thing is
similar
that you've
episode.
got Hell's Kitchen because he is a master fucking chef. He has
Five-star.
earned his
Five-star
bona
Mitch-
fides in every single culinary field he's ever been in.
Let me put it this way. The only time he ever struggled was when he went head-to-head against a 20-year experienced sushi chef.
So
He
what you
out-
like,
Ooh,
Okay.
There was an amazing cut when he's making the food, and the food looks delicious, but he still says, I feel like a fucking amateur in here right now.
I want to interrupt for a second because we got some more people on the chat.
Thank
Mistress
you,
Meg
thank you.
says hi.
Hi, Mistress Meg. Welcome.
Yeah.
And Legend of Traveling TARDIS, I want to see the Deadliest Catch multiverse. God damn it.
On today's episodes, we're going to hunt down the deadliest of catches. Bring out the bait. It's just a bunch of people. What are we hunting? Cthulhu.
Yes. That being said,
No, it's even worse because you want to know what else they have? Remember, this is Warner Brothers.
Yes.
What other studio works under Warner Brothers? Legendary Pictures. Do you remember what movie Legendary Pictures and Warner Brothers did together?
Godzilla. King of Monsters.
What else?
Kong Skull Island.
What else?
Godzilla versus Kong.
What else?
I kind of forgot. What else?
tell him.
The
Natural conclusion. You've got giant kaijus. Oh, yes, Angel.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Please don't.
The Pacific Rim Cinematic Universe.
Don't.
They already tried it twice with the Pacific Rim sequel and the Animus with the mangoes. But nope. With no Guillermo del Totoro-san, they got no magic up in there whatsoever.
Nothing exemplifies the trite, cold, industrial sterility of the industry as we had a good movie and literally everything else after that is garbage.
What other shows and movie projects
the
have been
anime was actually
canceled
kind of okay.
because of the merger?
It's not a matter of stuff being canceled off. That's not the case. It's a matter of these guys don't know how to manage their shit.
Actually, there is a rumor saying that many upcoming animated projects have been either shelved or canceled.
That's true.
Including the upcoming Superman cartoon.
For budget cuts.
Yeah.
God fuck.
Yep.
Damn
That's-
shit.
Yep.
Piss bucket.
That sounds about right.
With the
Now,
company merger, there's a lot of projects and shows that will suffer.
Want to know what's even dumber? Want to know
amazing.
what's really sad?
How do we get
Apparently-
more and we decide to make less?
Apparently, with the situation that happened with the Batgirl movie, which was sadly shelved after and basically Warner Brothers taking a $70 million hit. There was a fucking thing that was put up over here. Let me check this out. This was a fucking statement officially put out on the Batgirl fucking Twitter or something. I don't know
Go
what
for
was.
it. Read it
Prepare
off,
your
'cause I got
ears
some
for
news here that's
silver
related to it, but
No,
you
this
go
is
first.
sad.
Go for it.
We are saddened and shocked by the news. We still can't believe it. As directors, it is critical that our work be shown to audiences. And while the film was far from finished, we wish that fans all over the world would have had the opportunity to see and embrace the final film themselves. Maybe one day they will, inshallah. Inshallah. So,
Installa.
inshallah, yeah, Allah willing. Our amazing cast and crew did a tremendous job and worked so hard to bring Batgirl to life. We are forever grateful to have been part of that team. It was a dream to work with such fantastic actors like Michael Keaton, J.K. Simmons, Brendan Fraser,
look at all those
Jacob
names.
Scipio, Corey Johnson, Rebecca Fontaine, especially the great Leslie Grace. That was the girl that they got as Batgirl.
You know
As
what?
in,
You know what the saddest thing is, though. This movie, even if it had some flaws, it could have wiped away the stain that Batwoman left upon our memories.
Yes.
the who portrayed Batgirl with so much passion, dedication, and humanity. In any case, is huge fans of Batman since we were little kids. It was a privilege and an honor to have been part of the DCEU, even if it was for a brief moment.
Stop saying
Batgirl for life. This is
Fucking-
from the directors' teams, and apparently, I guess they're like a tag team.
Like, think about that, man. You're
God,
working-
this is sad.
Like,
This is
okay,
sad.
it's understandable that movie projects may get canceled sometimes due to that, like complications, unexpected issues. It happens. Shit does happen. But this is calculated shit. This is premeditated shit. This is $70 million worth of shit. That shit did not just happen. And think
Shit
about that.
takes time. Shit takes effort. $70 million worth of fucking effort.
More effort.
Maximum effort.
Yeah, no.
But yeah,
like,
no. Think
what's
about
his
this.
face? Legend of the Traveling TARDIS wants a WCW multiverse. Dude,
Oh!
WWE owns WCW, not Warner
ain't
Brothers
happening.
Discovery.
However-
It's not going to happen.
Wancho, thank you for so cleverly segueing into something that is related to Warner Media. Because this doesn't just affect movies and TV shows. Of
course not.
AEW may also be at risk with this project. Now,
Oh.
on the latest edition of Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer described how Warner Brothers Discovery's budget cuts are changing the landscape for All Elite Wrestling as the company tries to secure a lot more money on a new TV deal with Warner Brothers Discovery.
When you think about it, the sentence tries to secure a lot more money is the cause and the reason for all these problems to begin with.
Hang on. What's this one? Before I read off what he said.
Just so folks can follow the line of succession here. Warner Brothers Discovery owns CNN, which is part of the Turner Broadcast Company. So they own this Turner Broadcast Company. Turner Broadcast Company owns TNT and TBS.
Okay.
And TNT and TBS are the two television networks that have the working TV deals with All Elite Wrestling. That is why all this shit happening with Warner Brothers Discovery is going to fuck with AEW. But then again, this is a fucking company that burned $80 million on a video game that hasn't
What's
been released
another
yet.
80?
So fucking Kenny Omega, this is your fault too.
Juan is just standing in front of the board with all the red thread, like, listen to this shit.
All right, so these are the quotes from Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer Radio. If you're an AEW fan, the last 2 days, not good news at all. We knew that Warner Brothers Discovery was going to do slashing of the budgets, but it really feels like the prestige programming that TNT had, that's going to be out the window. I just have this feeling inside from the NBA that TNT and TBS is just going to be another station on cable. It looks like they just want to slash things, and CNN too, for that matter. They're slashing everything. A lot of the executives at HBO Max are going to be gone. A lot of the budget from HBO Max is probably going to be down. They're really trying to cut a lot of money, and they know that the one thing that they feel they have to keep, which is going to cost them a lot of money, is the NBA. It's probably the worst time possible to go in there and ask for a big raise in rates. It's going to be very interesting.
So, folks, you have to understand something. And Bunda's got an interesting point over here. You got to understand something, people. All Elite Wrestling, as a company, is only 3 years old. Yes, it is backed by a coked-out billionaire, Tony Khan, but that company isn't worth jack shit without a television deal of some kind. Because what's the point of having content and putting it and producing it if you don't have a platform that will pay you out the ass in order to do it? Yes, they have YouTube shows. They have AEW Dark and Dark Elevation. But let me ask you something. How much does their YouTube ad revenue actually factor in to the income of AEW? Probably nothing.
I'm going to take a stab in the dark and say nowhere near enough to compensate for the sheer production cost alone of having all that talent, moving it and preparing the shows, and getting the tickets moving and the audiences watching.
Speaking of which, I'm going to check out Bunda right quick.
Yeah,
He
check
says-
out Bundes before I
He
continue
says,
on.
I can't think of another cable company that would want AEW and those bunch of midgets. Ha, fuck you.
Wow.
I would like to point out that the ratings on TNA, when they were on Spike, are better than AEW ratings are today. Ow!
Ouch.
Fuck!
Imagine Spike TV's dark days being your glory days.
Now, Meltzer went on
Damn.
saying, as far as giving it a big increase in rights, they're really going to have to find outside bidders. And then that becomes problematic because if you go to a weaker station, your numbers aren't going to look as good. TBS is the perfect fit for AEW, but at the same time, the key way the company is going to be able to make money is through television rights. And if you want to make it a profitable company, and your parent company is slicing budgets everywhere, and in ways that people do not expect it, such as stopping movies in production, stopping TV shows in production, I mean, it's been a bloodletting there, and there's probably still more to come. So the timing for AEW, with their deal coming up, which would be at the end of next year, the last 2 days haven't looked good.
Holy
So,
God in heaven.
To conclude on the information that you are telling me here, this is ready.
Yeah, that's something I forgot to mention. Their deal with TBS and TNT is up by the end of next year, by the end of 2020.
By the way, this Reddit user, Stomp City, has made up a good point. This merger means the following. Shit canning a lot of original content, increasing the price of the sub, not offering enough special deals, removing things that already existed in the platform, renting movies from inside the platform, and the business model claims to be less content, but better. And we all know how this kind of thing works.
Okay.
You know how when Disney took over Marvel, Disney and Marvel became nothing but cinematic universe all day, every day?
Yeah.
We're going to get exactly that. I hope you're ready for basically seeing all the variety that HBO Max had before being reduced to near nothing as they find a few things that make guaranteed money and work on that and that alone. Because when you got a company that is this big and this much money on the line, you're going to go for the safe bet every time, all the goddamn time. I got to step out real quick.
Like, that's why it was like mentioning earlier the fucking, what do you call it? The cinematic, the universe of 90 Day Fiancé, these cracked ass reality TV shows. Big Bang Theory, that fucking show is gone and it's over. Yeah, it has some charming moments, but it still reduces everyone down to stereotypes and a fucking bad sitcom stereotypes at that. Yes, Kaylee Cuoco, but I mean,
Oh yeah,
Kaylee fucking Cuoco.
Kaylee Cuoco.
But that's not even the fucking point.
Nevertheless, this is not good. Like everyone who's associated with Warner Media Discovery, they're all being affected by this. It's AEW included. And this is a bad time for All Elite Wrestling because the WWE is now seeing a resurgence in how they're producing their content and everything in WWE Wrestling being good again. Like, man, this is...
We'll get to WWE
We'll get to it a little bit, but
like,
overall, in the grand scheme of things, with Warner Media Discovery... You're fine.
I actually managed to find the...
Sorry
the
about that.
Washington
It's all good.
I actually managed to find the Washington Post article about the cancellation of Batgirl. I'm going to go ahead and drop that on the chat. I gave it to you guys
Go
so
for
I
it,
read
Ken.
along. Reads, Batgirl has been canceled. Here is what we lost. Also, I want to say hi to Mr. Geek Me Out.
Thank
and
you.
I want to say hi to, I shit you not, Popcorn Planet's Unhinged Lunatic.
Oh.
Holy shit, how's it going there?
Thank you so
Unhinged
much.
Lunatic.
Hello, Unhinged Lunatic. Thank you very much for
Yeah,
joining
yeah,
us.
yeah, yeah.
This whole subject, this whole thing with Warner Media Discovery is unhinged.
There's also the fact that, guys, I know I'm jumping into emotional stakes here, but ultimately, there is a reason why we don't like big business monopolies. Because as we have seen time and time and time, and as we're seeing, and as sadly the future shows we'll see again, whenever an entertainment company gets big enough that it starts consuming other companies and tries to basically pull off a Disney on us, every single time they reach a dizzying high and then slowly peter off into a pathetic, disgusting low.
Isn't it sad?
Observe the following.
Do me a favor while we observe the following. Throw me that charger cable. My
Here's
phone's
this
dying.
charger cable.
Thank you.
Observe the following, and I understand if you may disagree with me on this one. As of now, the Marvel Cinematic Universe has, in Phase 4 alone, more movies than the previous 3 combined. The interest, however, is nowhere near as high as it was before.
It's a matter of saturation. Also, hi Vixen, welcome to the chat. How's it going?
Exactly. Too much
Let me see.
of a good
Vishal
thing.
Dadlani is what's Vishal Dadlani? I'm not sure what that is. Unhinged Lunatic.
Well, whatever it is, I hope it's a good thing. Thank you.
Sorry,
but yeah,
go ahead. Keep
every
going.
time the monopoly gets too big and a company gets big enough that all that matters is how big do we make the number, the quality will slowly begin to drone. Consider the following, not just Marvel. Consider what's going to happen here. Consider the video game industry. Consider Blizzard. Consider Bethesda. Consider
Oh, it's a fucking
EA.
singer, huh?
Anytime it gets big enough, every single time that you got the corporate fuck-ups in their fancy fucking suits making the decisions, and the quality starts going down, inevitably, and it's already happening, the audience is going to get blamed. They're going to get real big, then they're going to slowly begin to rot from the inside out, and whenever we complain about the lackluster quality, we are somehow at fault.
They'll go and say, like, well, that's because you guys aren't inclusive enough or
Oh my
some other
God.
buzzword crap.
You know,
I
the only
get the
color that I care about, it's green, from my wallet to your service. And right now, if the service ain't good enough, no amount of inclusivity will save my wallet from it.
Pretty much. Oh, man. All right, folks. Well, let us know in the comments right now. What do you think in the chat right now? Your thoughts on everything that we just talked
why
about.
Why are we wrapping on that part? I hadn't even read the fucking article.
Oh, yeah,
Y'all
you
fuckers cut me off.
Toss away,
We
my
didn't cut
man.
you off.
Yes,
He cut you off.
Y'all fuckers, plural.
I don't cut nothing. I don't got a sword on me. You see a sword?
Motherfucker, it's a figure of speech for interrupting me.
I don't
But
have a
go on.
sword for
Please
figures
read
of
the
speech
article
either.
that you found
Fucking
from the
hell,
post.
yeah, no. As far as the fucking thing it goes on the post, it was over here saying Warner Brothers and DC Comics' quest to gain equal footing with Disney and Marvel Studios
God
as Hollywood
damn it.
studios has reached a new low with the reported cancellation of Batgirl. The film, which was slated for release on HBO Max this year. That's another fucking problem, that they were only going to put it out on HBO Max, that they didn't even
Nowhere
bother
else.
trying to put it up in theaters.
Oh,
That showed like
no.
zero faith in
They had
in
no faith at all.
in their fucking projects over here.
Wow. Then
the
again, these
titular
are the
role
people that
and-
fucked up Superman, so what do you expect?
Like, you want to know what's even weirder? Like, we had J.K. Simmons, who was going to return from Justice Leagues and as Commissioner Gordon, and Michael Keaton coming in as Batman in full-on Bat regalia. Let's get nuts, people. So, you know what that was? You know what this actually shows?
Eh.
That if they want to keep any sort of coherence in their DCEU bullshit, they had no coherence. Okay.
Of course not. This shit was put together with string, glue, and prayers to the pagan gods.
Like the reporting on the cancellation has implied this decision has nothing to do with Grace, the Dominican, Leslie Grace, the actress, the Dominican singer actress who won the role in part because of her stand-up performance in the film version of In the Heights.
Hey.
What?
Yeah, she was in the Heights.
No, I mean like, okay, yeah, no, she's an excellent singer and excellent actress, like, but that's a musical.
Maybe it was
Yeah.
going to be a musical like The Joker 2 with Lady Gaga.
I mean, it's not
Fully
outside the
idea.
realm of possibility.
Okay,
I'm just
okay,
saying.
They
my
are a
brain isn't-
superstitious and cowardly lot.
God almighty.
But it's Shway. It's Schwarbage.
Let's see, Variety has reported that taxes and overall financial strategy could have been an issue as well, as their decision to shelve Batgirl, along with the Scooby-Doo movie Scoob Holiday Haunt, could allow for a tax write-off.
By the way, yeah, we got
tax fucking write-offs.
we had an R-rated
my
Scooby-Doo movie that got deleted just like that.
Womp womp.
How many projects do you
no,
think?
that R-rated Scooby-Doo thing, that's a fan-made thing. It's
Oh.
not from,
That's fan
The point is,
bro.
we had a Scooby-Doo movie that got just.
yeah, no, this was like an animated. You remember the Scoob movie that came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3D animated one. This
Yeah.
is the sequel to that one.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind.
I wouldn't fucking mind either. The argument is that it's not grand enough for the big screen. Seems puzzling when you consider the all-star roster in front of and behind the camera. Batgirl looked to be, at least from a few promotional photos, inspired by DC's Batgirl of Burnside comics. It was directed by Bad Boys for Life directors Adil El
damn it, really?
Aribi and Bilal Fallah.
Yeah.
No strangers to directing young actresses of color in a superhero role after their work in Ms. Marvel with teenage star Iman Vellani for Marvel Studios and Disney+.
What a waste.
Well, on Wednesday, the directors posted a statement on Instagram saying that was a statement that I read earlier. So, like, yeah, I sent you guys the article, but like, seriously, this is fucking asinine.
Yeah, this is what happens.
Very much
But that's
so.
just how it rolls at DC.
You know what the
I can't
saddest
wait
thing
to
is?
see that Joker movie. Phoenix. Oh, Joaquin Phoenix and
Joaquin
Lady
Phoenix.
Gaga are going to do a good job.
Here, the saddest thing is,
Weekend
The-
Phoenix. I
the-
love that
the-
term.
New nickname?
yes,
Weekend Phoenix.
Weekend of Phoenixes. So
Phoenix.
the saddest thing is that this excuse doesn't fly.
Nah.
Because you know why? Because in 2008, Robert Downey Jr. was known for being a drug addict drunkard who barely escaped being in jail. And somehow...
He was jailed.
Yeah, he was jailed, and he barely escaped being there for life. He basically had to reinvent himself. And he played a superhero that at the time was essentially considered B-list at best. And time again, Marvel has proven that if you have a tight enough script and a director that gives enough of a shit, you can take even complete unknowns at the time, like the Guardians of the Galaxy, and make them good. And DC has proven that you can do them good. The James Gunn Suicide Squad movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie.
Yes.
Excellent film. You can do it. But somehow, these are the people that took Superman One of the greatest heroes, the greatest hero in the world.
The perennial superhero.
And they fucked up the movies twice.
Yeah.
It took...
By killing him in the second one and making him consider killing other children in the first one in 9/11 in Metropolis and getting angsty and stuff and all the Jesus
I
complex.
still can't get over.
Also
Do
the
not
Jesus
save
complex.
me, my superpower son. Let
Also
me
the
die.
Jesus complex.
That scene was dumb.
Also, dying in a tornado is fucking terrible. Have you ever died by being beaten to death by trash?
I don't recommend it.
That's what a tornado will do to you at best. At worst, you're going to be beaten to death and impaled by flying wood pieces and trash.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes if the tornado is hard enough, the centrifugal force will literally tear you to pieces.
Just tear you to pieces. But it's like he.
But no,
condemns-
superpower son,
Son,
do not save
Do
me.
not save me.
Like what
So
the hell?
I'm probably going to be in a minority. I actually enjoyed Man of Steel to a degree. To a degree.
I'm glad you did, but aside from like
The
a
fights
few
were
good
good.
scenes, like I did not feel honestly. Even the
You mean
fight
Super
scene,
Saiyan Goku fights?
even the fight scene with the other Kryptonians, it feels like they went out of their way to blow up as much as the town as like Clark.
That's
Like,
because
no,
because Snyder
you don't
is a
understand.
nutcase.
The fight starts with Clark grabbing Zod by the face, and instead of taking him somewhere, purposely flies him to a grain silo and into a gas station.
However, the argument can be made that
Fucking
this is this is a reboot. This is a new inexperienced Superman.
Inexperienced enough to not fly in a different direction, really? We can only use that excuse for so long. Come on.
No. All right. Like okay.
We gotta stop here before we start talking about
but,
Minnesota.
and for the record, the other day, your ass was trying to convince me, like, you do remember that one of the executive producers of Man of Steel is Christopher Nolan, right? And I had to remind you, you do remember that the only reason why Christopher Nolan was involved and Zack Snyder didn't want him anywhere near his pet projects of doing the DC universe is because Christopher Nolan had a contract that was ironclad, so he got paid, and he got paid to be listened to, and Zack Snyder only listened to him as much as the contracts allowed.
Every time he had to listen to him, he dialed the saturation a little lower. In the
Lower,
film.
just to fucking piss off Christopher Nolan.
If he went any longer, that film would have been monochrome.
Okay, can we all just collectively agree that we fucking hate Dawn of Justice?
Yes.
Thank you.
It was terrible.
Just remember, Zay, Jenna Malone isn't in the canon version.
Of course she isn't. At least the music was good.
What music?
You know that part where Hans Zimmer did the thing? When he,
He
walked
does
in,
that in all the things.
when he walked into the room and suddenly all the instruments screamed as loud as possible.
Juan just doesn't
Holy
want to give
shit,
any.
Robin Redbreast on the chat. Hello, Robin.
Hello.
How
Juan's
you
just
doing,
being
sweetie?
stubborn. He doesn't want to give any credit at all.
No, I will give credit where credit's due.
The picnic basket had a few good apples, but everything else was covered in ants.
See, there you go. And I'm sorry, you can't tell me that the ants are part of the picnic basket.
You don't understand. The pain you experience when the fire ants like make your hands swell into a fucking club of red meat, that is meant to be part of the experience.
Okay, we're getting
No, it's not. God damn it! Just go, just go read the Fountainhead and leave us
Okay.
the hell alone, you stupid Randian bastard.
Okay,
He's
we're
getting
getting
out of baseline.
Okay, we're getting off baseline. Let's go ahead and talk about something that's exciting that's coming soon.
Like Fountain.
Yes. Sorry, Kay.
Like Full Metal
Hi, Casey.
Alchemist.
Let's talk about Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh boy.
Now, no.
We're going into Weeb Town, folks. So remember, we do talk about all sorts of geeky news, primarily as well in the anime and manga culture.
Now
So,
shit's about to get weird.
If you don't know, this is your chance to learn.
Now, as all of you know, Full Metal Alchemist is a fantastic show. A very beautiful anime about the realities of war, equivalent exchange, trying to save your loved ones, and realizing just how much you're willing to sacrifice for the sake of preparing somebody. Also, about the fact that circles are really important and something, tree of life, whatever.
Also, Edward Elric and Alphonse Elric. Like, the story revolves around them, the brothers.
That's right. The brothers dabble into the forbidden art of human alchemy in an attempt to bring back their mom. Unfortunately, it is forbidden for a reason. One brother, like, his leg exploded and the other one lost everything.
Arm 2.
Arm 2.
No, the arm was the sacrifice to bring the brother back and bind him to
Oh,
the
yeah,
armor.
he's got a point.
Yeah, you're right.
So the brothers, now crippled, one of them with metal limbs, and the other one, his soul stuffed into a suit of armor, seek for the mythical and legendary Philosopher's Stone, a tool that is rumored to be able to break the rules of alchemy, allowing you to perform human transmutation and perform forbidden techniques that take no price out of you. In the process, they fight countless enemies, staunch allies, and delve into the complicated issues of politics, migration, war, and ancient conspiracies. Also deadbeat fathers. Also human sacrifice. Also a lot of this. All over the place.
It was such a popular manga that they sprung not just one, but two different animes of Full Metal Alchemist. The
One of them had Nazis.
Yeah. And of course, I believe there was also 2 movies. One of them was Full Metal Alchemist, the movie, The Conqueror of Shambhala, and the
Yes.
other one was based off Brotherhood.
That's right. And on top of those movies, there was actually quite a few video game adaptations, most of which sadly never made it here. The first one that we got 2 of them. One of them was called The Alchemist Catalyst. No, well, that was the plot of it. And there was another. I genuinely can't remember the names of the games, but they were loosely connected to the series in their own way. They were basically like little spin-offs. There was also a Smash-like spin-off that never made it here, and an actual visual novel with a bunch of really weird endings, including
Right?
one where Edward becomes a new homunculi himself.
That is so weird, isn't it? Well,
It was
point
called
is-
The Bluebird's Illusion.
Point
the
is, folks, Full Metal Alchemist is a well-beloved anime series and manga series, and it is one of the most popular ones of the modern times.
Yes.
Highly recommended. Lots of drama, lots of comedy. It's
Beautiful
a pretty
show.
good anime. If you don't know, look it up. It's a good starter for you.
It was a classic back when Adult Swim got really big with the anime stuff.
right
It was
quick,
so popular that that there was actually a Netflix movie that was released in 2017 called, well, Full Metal Alchemist.
it was a live-action rendition. Here we
It was a
go.
live-action rendition.
Unfortunately, see, after we watched the admittedly pretty good Bleach adaptation, we thought that maybe, because this was being done by the Japanese too, and they respect their source material a little better, this movie would be good. Unfortunately, the movie was not good at all.
Mid.
To put it simply, while the special effects were pretty good and the actors played their part fantastically, seriously, they even extended the scene with Nina after her death and the emotional confrontation between the brothers. They extended that. That was actually a pretty good point, but the movie crammed way too much, way too little, and basically tried to
It
rush.
spun into a spiral of weirdness at the end.
They basically took elements that don't show up until the end of the second season and tried to cram them at the end of the first one. It was a mess.
Right quick, I do have to address the chat. Let me take a look over here. Bunda was over here saying the fight at the end of Batman v Superman with the Holy Trinity versus that wasn't Darkseid, that was Doomsday.
That was Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Is
No,
the best
that-
fight
that-
in comic books movie history.
I disagree
it's
on the
not.
grounds that you're wrong.
Not to mention Batman v Superman fight was really good.
It was okay.
There was consequences at the end of the wasn't Darkseid, it was Doomsday. The
It was
Doomsday
Doomsday.
fight. Superman
consequences
died. The MCU will never give you anything like that. Huh? Really?
Bunda, are you
Really?
Bunda, are you trolling?
I think he may be trolling.
This man is
and
trolling.
you guys
me.
are worried about me with Man of
Also,
Steel.
we got Gene Rick and Steph, the altar
Oh,
nerd.
Hey
Hello,
up,
Steph.
Steph!
Hey up, Steph. Love you, sister. He
Thank
is
you.
still.
Oh my God, Steph!
haunting
Please tell us right now. Please tell us you don't like Dawn of Justice. For the love of God.
Hey now.
No,
I know.
no.
Listen.
You don't
Steph
have to not
is
like
an
Dawn of
adult,
Justice.
grown-ass woman. If she makes her decisions, I will respect them. I will judge her harshly because of those decisions, but they deserve to be
Jesus.
respected.
You dweebs.
A free society must allow all ideals, noble and ignoble, to be judged and brought into the light, including people's incredible shit taste.
Which is why we
Captain
when we
America
actually-
said that exactly like that.
Which is why when we
That is true.
Which is why when we actually did a review of the actual Full Metal Alchemist anime, the live action fucking thing, we had it up on the Black Files ages ago, didn't
Oh
we?
yeah, if you
That's
can
right.
find that link, please share it on the chat right now.
This is
Indeed.
old. This is old school Ravens Flock content that I'm about to push on y'all. So
Ancient media.
Dust of the museum piece, Mark.
give me
But apparently, there are the first movie spoke to some people in the audience that it inspired the same production studios to release a sequel,
What?
which is coming out on August 20th.
Why would you
Okay,
even?
but why?
It's the movie is titled Full Metal Alchemist. It's titled Final Chapter: The Avengers Scar. Hang on a minute.
Final- Wait, what?
Let me look at the
Hang
screenshot
on.
that I
Did
got here.
Scar even show up in the first movie?
No.
I don't think.
This was made back in 2018,
I
April
think
6th.
I
is
think he
when we
did the
it.
cameo where he killed Nina, and that was it.
All right,
Also,
I'm gonna,
spoilers.
yeah, it's okay. Half the folks don't know what we're talking
Here
about.
we go.
But we're taking this.
I
as
have a
opportunity.
screenshot from Netflix itself. It's called Full Metal Alchemist: The Revenge
Snap!
of
Temp
Scar.
is up in the chat. Hello, Temp. How you doing, brother?
Everybody's
Hello,
and
Temp.
Unicorn Tam.
Hello, thank you.
Okay, just so you guys can get a little bit of an understanding of the original Full Metal Alchemist live-action movie.
Full
I'm-
Metal Alchemist.
I'm going ahead and I'm putting up the Black Files episode where we reviewed this back in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how long it took for these guys to actually wake up and smell the Philosopher's Stone.
Well,
Go
apparently it made some money, I guess.
It made
I'm so lost.
Some movie studio in Japan has a crush, or
Wait a
better, they
goddamn
probably
second.
have like a contractual obligation. Like, okay, you guys are obligated to make a sequel.
4 years after the original.
Yes.
Hey, I'm postulating.
And
I
according to
don't
the
know.
description here on Netflix, in this sequel to the first feature film, the Elric brothers meet their toughest opponent yet, a lone serial killer with a large scar on his forehead. I like the categories that it's associated with: mind-bending, slick, supernatural sci-fi.
Okay, so I can already tell they're going to fuck up the plot completely. Basically, this is going to be a Scar being the final boss until he isn't, or some shit.
If you
I
have
don't know.
Netflix and if you wanna, I want to say, give the benefit of
yourself.
hurt yourself, or give the benefit of the doubt. I was being nice.
No.
Go ahead and check out the sequel. It's coming out on Netflix on August 20th.
Okay, here's my question though.
Go on.
Full Metal Alchemist is clearly very popular, obviously, but it ended many years ago. How come we haven't gotten a second live-action Bleach movie? That one is coming back with the anime too.
Right.
You think they would jump at the bit of like doing a promotion?
Promotion
or
or like a cross-promotional thingy on there, right?
yeah, like okay, immediately the movie would be the invasion of Soul Society, so it would be nothing but fighting nonstop.
It would
which
be
is,
badass.
I
but-
would actually be down for that.
But then again, the budget on that might be astronomical.
Come
you notice how
on.
they saved a lot of the CG stuff in the first Bleach movie.
Ah,
Yeah.
But consider the following. Since the most of
hang
the
on a
fights
minute, you
in the
guys.
Soul Society series is against humans, there would be less CG wasted on holos. You would save it for the big epic Bankai moments.
That's what I'm talking about. Saving it for the Bankai moments.
Angel, I know you desperately want to see a sequel to Bleach,
yes.
but
So do
because it's something that you want and not what the producers want, it's not going to happen.
Fuck the producers. Man. What the hell do they know?
Let me see here. Elizabeth
their
Steph watches
money
and
and
follows
their
you guys.
suits.
Says Gene
Apparently,
Rick.
they know
Well,
enough to have a sequel to FMA.
All right. Well, I'm actually addressing the chat right quick. Gene Rick saying, "I love that Steph watches and follows you guys." Well, we're
well, of
friends.
course.
She's family, as far as we're
Yeah.
concerned.
Yes,
No,
she
no,
is.
no, no, you don't
Steph
understand.
actually
She's
agrees. She's
family.
like, of course, Gene. I try to support tubers who are part of our Popcorn Planet family. And
thank
she's
you.
saying hi to everyone else over here. Say hi, brother. Yep, you get Panda.
Your presence
Steph.
is
Yep, yep, yep,
always
yep.
appreciated. Support or no support.
And then
Fat
Bunda
babies.
commented, the
Bunda the government nuked Doomsday. They tried to kill Superman in the process, and yet the alien still tries to save them, as he does, and now with the snap of a finger.
Oh my God!
What?
That's
He's
because-
trying desperately
That's
to
because-
justify Dawn of Justice.
That's because that's Superman. Superman saving everybody is like what he does. It's part of his character.
It's okay.
Bro, are you trying to justify?
He's trying. He's trying hard. He's doing the best.
He's
he can.
DMCing this shit as
He's
hard as
doing
possible.
what we did with DMC.
Square,
He's doing
big,
what we
round
did
hole. Square,
with Dawn
big,
of Justice
round hole.
out here with everything falling apart with Justice League.
Hang
He's
on. No, I still
Bunda
would.
is stuck in the 2018 or was it 2016 or 2018? When Justice
2016.
League- Yeah, he's stuck in 2016 with.
But
what
more
happened
importantly,
with Dawn of
I
Justice.
must
Oh, God.
ask Steph the alternate. Steph, please answer us. Did you enjoy Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice?
She's about to say, she's like, I'm gonna go back to sleep now. Good night,
Answer my
everyone."
question before you go to bed.
No.
I want to know.
No,
Denied!
that is the answer. The answer is literally, I'm going to bed.
No, no.
It's like when Kojima sees a movie that he doesn't like,
Well,
and he
it's
just
one
goes,
in the morning for her in the UK. It's lets her like. I already answered. Did she? Where?
Did you? Where?
Let me see. Give
we
me a
gotta
minute.
scroll that up a little bit.
Let me. I'm checking over here in the chat.
Come on, backtrack.
Kind of
I'm
reminds me
backtracking.
of like when Kojima sees a movie he doesn't like, and he goes, I saw this movie,
have Gene,
and he says
Ayab,
nothing
everyone.
else.
Let me see. Ayab, Aaron, Gene, everyone, Bunda. Let me see here. Of course, Gene, Ayab, Tam,
We're doing
Ayab,
research
Lipstick.
on our own
Hi,
comment
Nikki.
section now.
Ayab, Tam. I'm gonna go back to bed. Night, everyone. I already answered. Scroll up further. Oh, really? Hold on. Let me see. Was there something further before that?
Yeah,
I don't see one.
We don't see it, Steph.
I don't.
Answer was, I told you, the answer was so bad it deleted itself.
Oh God!
Ouch!
Ouch!
Well, see, the problem is Steph is an ephemeral being, and her words and actions pop like bubbles and vanish in the morning mist.
Oh man.
Oh, you.
She's gonna get you for that.
If you
Angel.
don't keep an eye on Steph, one day she will just go away forever.
No, don't do that.
The
Do
only
not.
answer I see is just Bunda.
Yeah, no, and then I'm seeing A up everyone. Yeah, A up Gene, Bunda.
Well, I don't see her opinion, so I'm just going to assume she agreed with us.
No, Let's not make any sort of assumptions.
Let's not
She's
make
a
Assume you
flexible
make an
person
ass
like
out of you
that.
and me.
Yeah, let's not. Let's not assume.
But God, it's okay.
It's okay.
You
but
know what?
that
It's
being
okay.
said-
It's not the end of the world. But you gotta understand one other thing. Unhinged Lunatic. It's not really up to Netflix. All Netflix is doing is throwing money at the studio.
As usual.
And the studio already made the movie. It's coming out. It's out no matter
Whoa,
what.
whoa, hang on,
Here we
hang
go.
on, hang on.
Steph is saying Dawn of Justice can get a cactus, shove it up its ass, lace with chili oil, and suck my big balls.
Yes!
Oh!
Yes! Steph, this is why you and I are friends. Thank goodness.
She may not be real, but she's still very based.
Thank the hell out of you.
You get
it's
some
okay.
sleep now.
Woo!
You know what? Here's
All right,
what's up.
everything
I'm
makes
not
sense
gonna
now,
knock
Angel.
anyone
We're
for
good.
liking it.
I told you, it's destiny. Things have a way of writing themselves like this.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Now
It's
that we have
alright.
properly,
Okay.
psychologically reinforced ourselves because the person
about
we
to
like
try-
hates the shit that we do.
It's okay. We don't dislike you. We don't hate Bunda, and we don't hate Steph. We're not hating people for having
We're
different
not hating
opinions.
people for having different
We're
opinions.
just gonna,
you can
we're
have
just
your
gonna make
opinions.
sure, like,
it's cool, dude.
we'll just do one thing. If we ever meet up, we're not gonna trust you with the menu when we go to, meet up at a restaurant. or
Bunda
something.
is the man that
All
will
right.
go to a meat restaurant and demand
Angel,
nothing
piss
but
off,
salad.
you cow bag.
Oh!
She's telling you piss off, you cow bag.
I can't do that. Cowbags don't exist.
God, what is with you in existence?
Why would I be hurt by something that matters little?
This freaking guy. Okay.
I look forward to seeing you in person one day.
All right,
you know,
good.
when you're supposed to prove me wrong. Still waiting for that.
It's all right. You know what, Steph?
I
We
Love you, dear.
appreciate it.
throwing dirt at her eye.
Love you, dear.
Dude.
Get some sleep.
All right. Yes, for real,
Get some
Steph.
sleep.
Good night.
Return
Thank
back
you.
to the land of fairies with Tatiana and Oberon.
What?
Midnight Summers.
Oh yeah.
yeah, okay.
My God.
Am I the only person here that knows how to read?
No, you're
All right.
not. I just didn't. It just didn't click. for me.
Christ, god damn it.
Yeah,
All right,
cow
good
bag.
night, Steph. We'll
All right,
catch
but
you. We'll
going
catch
back
you on the
to
flip
it,
side.
yes, it would seem that despite anybody's expectation, the movie's getting a sequel, and apparently the Death Note movie might be getting a sequel too.
What?
Because of course
Death
they
Note
are.
flicks?
There is a rumor floating around. I don't know how much. Please,
No.
pile of salt here. It is implied that yes, that movie may in fact get a sequel. Somehow, I swear to God, if we live in a world, if we reside in a society where these two films get sequels but Bleach doesn't, despite getting an animated final arc, I'm going to genuinely lose my shit. That's when I'll know I live in La La fucking land.
All right. Well, thankfully,
But you'll
that's
get
just
to dance with. You'll get to dance with Ryan Gosling though.
thankfully
He's
it's
a wonderful
just a
dancer.
rumor. So let's treat it as that, and let's go ahead and move along.
But-
so to earlier address, I believe it was Bunda that mentioned it earlier.
Bunda was the one who asked about SmackDown.
So we'll
Go
get
ahead
to
and
it.
tell him.
Now,
But
I
give
spoke
me
to-
2 seconds.
Yeah. Now I spoke about this on Wrestle Rewind. WWE right now is going through a huge resurgence in their overall wrestling content. Things are now changing, and it looks like for the better. There was a under the guise of former WWE World Champion Triple H, who has taken over creative and who is now the new executive vice president. Like, the SummerSlam pay-per-view was a huge success under Triple H. And in his first week of producing this week's Raw, NXT, and SmackDown, well, I can't speak for NXT, but Monday Night Raw actually saw a huge ratings boost, like viewership boost, as opposed to, you know,
The
the
slow
entire
boost.
time. Everything else
Under Vince McMahon.
everything
Okay,
under Vince
so-
McMahon.
However, last night.
You are telling me that the moment that man left, immediately everything started getting better?
Do you know why? That's because people pay attention. The fans aren't as stupid as Vince McMahon has been pitting them to be for ages. And now, last night on Friday Night SmackDown.
Last night on
this
Friday
was
Night
proven.
SmackDown, there was a lot of cool stuff that happened too. There's a revival of a WWE wrestler of the direction of Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh, our boy with the
Yes.
violin theme.
Yes.
The WWE Women's Tag Team titles are going to be contested in a tournament, which was long waited since Sasha Banks and Naomi vacated them. But more importantly, in the main event segment, where WWE Undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns addressed his opponent Drew McIntyre at their upcoming United Kingdom pay-per-view event called Clash at the Castle.
Oh, okay, that's a pretty good title. I'm not gonna lie.
Former NXT champion Karrion Kross, who was released in 2021 due to budget cuts, made his surprise return, attacking Drew McIntyre with his valet Scarlett,
Scarlett Bordeaux.
who
his
brought
wife.
in an
right.
hourglass, indicating that Roman Reigns' time as champion is numbered. And it ended with Karrion Kross saying "tick tock."
Now, if I
Not
recall,
the app.
The sound of
If I recall, you guys yourselves told me that one of the reasons why this couple was not aware is because, once again, the floppy bastard himself essentially
McMahon.
wanted the dude, what was his name again? The wrestler?
Karrion
Cross to show up with a mask and take on a really stupid, idiotic persona. And more importantly, he took away his beautiful wife Scarlett from him, thus essentially draining his potential in half.
Let me try and briefly discuss his arc as fast as I can.
Go.
Karrion Kross, since making his debut in 2020 on NXT, was built as an unstoppable machine. He was sidelined by a shoulder injury after winning his first NXT championship, but since they brought him back, they pushed him to the goddamn moon and made him champion again and made him undefeatable. However, in the middle of 2021, they fucked up his character. They brought him in on Monday Night Raw as champion.
Threw him into a leather kilt and
No,
a
hang
gimp.
on. Not yet. We're getting to that. They brought him in on Monday Night Raw, having him lose to 40-plus-year-old Jeff Hardy in 5 minutes via roll-up, making him look like a chump.
They jobbed him?
They jobbed him.
They had Adam
come
Cole
on.
and Samoa Joe verbally eviscerate him on the mic, trash-talking him with no comeback whatsoever.
Really? They couldn't even give him a script? Anything?
No,
and-
nothing. No, he had no chance to talk back.
And Samoa Joe destroyed Karrion Kross, gave him the mercy kill at the last NXT TakeOver pay-per-view event before the revamp of NXT 2.0.
Man.
Now,
What did he do to deserve that?
And then after that, since his main roster debut on Raw, they changed him around. They took away his sexy valet. They gave him the stupid gimp mask, which everyone fucking hated.
like,
And-
even him, and they threw him into fucking ring gear that was like a leather skirt, making him look like this warrior, this gladiator-looking fucking thing. This just goes to show that this freaking old fart Vince McMahon has been needed to leave. Because if he can't see the potential in a dude who's a fucking machine. I've made this comment millions of times whenever discussing Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux. Those two look like they belong on the front cover of every men's magazine ever.
Yes.
The guy is hunky. He's manly. He's got like this fucking physique on him. That
rugged continence.
if you got him in like just a suit, you know, like just a regular like dress suit and everything, he looks fucking stylish. He looks like $1,000,000.
Long before
Scarlett
the
Bordeaux-
Chad meme, there was him.
Scarlett
Yes.
Bordeaux looks like what would happen if you were to take every stereotype, quote unquote, of like a Maxim magazine hot model or whatever, bring her to real life and give her personality, give her a soul. And if you put them together, like that's fucking money right there.
Make her more evil and more devious than Maleficent.
Exactly. Like and fucking Vince McMahon's like, you know what I'm gonna do, pal? I'm gonna take away your hot, sexy blonde wife.
Oh God!
And you're gonna wear a mask.
But why? My chisel good
Shut
looks.
up. You want to make it in this business? You're gonna wear a mask and a leather kilt.
I just wanted to be a
Such
good
good shit.
So, wow.
All right, so
I must admit, I was feeling very cynical when I found out that Vince McMahon was retiring only for his daughter to take over, but it appears that the best case scenario has happened. Actual creative control is being given to people with creativity.
Talent.
and according
People with talent.
And according to news sources, Karrion Kross being in the main event picture for the main championship was the original plan for his call up in 2021, but it was rejected. So now they're going full speed ahead with Karrion Kross, and they're gonna keep him in the main event picture with Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Dude,
As well as he deserves. Let me
Yep.
take a look over here. Bunda's up on the chat was talking more Dawn of Justice. The stupid snap meant nothing.
Dude, it's been years. Let's
oh
move
my
on
God,
from this guy.
move on. We're talking about
Tam is over
Moon
here
that
saying
will
such a
never
good
let go.
Impression of Vince McMahon. Thank you, pal.
And Bunda was saying, wait till you get in the dog days with Monday Night Football is beating the crap out of Raw in ratings. You'll be wishing Vinnie Mac was there.
Oh my
Really?
God!
Okay.
See,
Are you trolling,
This
bro?
man,
he's-
this man wakes up extra early to be a hater. I
it's
respect
like
that.
Bunda
Almost.
wakes up and chooses violence every time.
I'm starting to like
He
Bunda
shits
more
on-
and more.
He shits on AEW for them being midgets. He's shitting on WWE because they have a new direction without Vince McMahon, and they won't bring back Hulk Hogan because Hogan's a 70-year-old fart fuck with artificial joints and a bad racism problem. So he's fucking
That implies that there's a good racism problem.
As in, like it's a racism problem that's even worse than what a regular racism problem.
Dude,
would
he
be.
got booed
Wait,
out of the building.
So does that mean that there is a default state of
See,
racism?
look at it. He's proud that he chose violence. You flexing on us? How
Angel,
No!
Angel, let me put it this way. Hulk Hogan got booed and out of Raymond James Stadium at WrestleMania when he was dressed as a pirate next to Titus O'Neil, an
Wow.
African-American wrestler.
No
Okay, look.
surprises there.
Titus O'Neil is basically the Terry Crews of pro wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah, we told him
Big,
that.
strong, bulky black dude, biggest heart you'll ever find. How the hell can Hulk Hogan, who's supposed to be the immortal icon, get booed in Florida at WrestleMania next to the nicest person in all of pro wrestling?
You already answered your own question. You literally just answered your
How?
own question.
Hulk Hogan.
How can bad person get booed while hanging out with good person?
Hulk Hogan, ladies and gentlemen, former WWE champion, Hall of Famer, always dropping them hard R's.
Wow.
Well, I guess he had the pirate thing down pat after all. So, Juan, what is the default level of racism that you need to go above to get to bad level of racism? I'm genuinely curious now.
Okay, what's his nuts?
Do we have low tier racism then?
Fucking Bundo was saying boo words. They were saying Hulk Hogan. Hogan's days of wrestling are over. He's finished
You know what,
to a
Bunda?
fake Nikki Bella.
You're right. I respect the gumption. I respect the glide.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
He's got guts. I hope they don't get ripped out.
Damn, Buddha, you got balls on you, son.
Okay, dropping the hard R's is one thing. Dropping the hard R's and thinking that you're safe doing it when you're when he's like the whole thing of it stems from the fact that the motherfuckers apparently had like racist history and stuff back when the wrestling days, and it was just revealed when he was
The 70s.
Apparently, from
80s.
one of his interviews, he mentioned that he earned the race car. Like,
Bullshit!
That race card.
There's only one non-black dude on the face of the planet who has earned permanent N-word privileges, and that is Eminem. And even he is badass enough to never use it. He doesn't need it. He's Slim Shady. He destroyed Machine Gun Kelly in a rap and told him to fuck off. Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly's still got a fucking music career, but that isn't
be
gonna
fair,
last
though,
long.
Being Machine Gun Kelly is already a torture of its own, no matter what career you have.
Right? I mean, like
He's with Megan Fox, and they're drinking each other's blood, man. I don't know what's going on there.
think
I don't
she's
want to
drinking-
know what's going on
I
there.
think she's drinking more of his blood than him.
He's
drinking
looking
hers.
kind of sickly.
Yeah.
Are they trying to outdo Angelina Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton when they were dating?
No, you
Yes.
see, they are trying to imitate Keanu Reeves' vampirism by becoming immortal. Unfortunately, they can't do that.
Well, the thing is that Billy Bob Thornton had that grungy, Midwestern / Southern guy appeal to him, and Angelina Jolie obviously had the Hollywood megastar Batgirl appeal to her.
Mistakes were made.
Well,
While Megan Kelly Megan Fox,
Megan Kelly.
Machine Gun Kelly, fucking
Megan Kelly Fox machine.
No, while Megan
Gun.
Fox had that appeal, now she's got it, but I don't see her acting much these days.
Not really.
Not really.
She made her money from Transformers and just kind of disappeared.
Just chilled out. Wasn't she originally married to Brian Austin Green from Beverly Hills 90210?
Apparently,
clue.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that was like her dream come true. She met her childhood crush and she married him. And so,
Hang
what
on,
the
guys.
fuck?
You're all forgetting. Megan Fox was also in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies.
That's right.
She
The
was
live
April
action
O'Neil.
one.
She was what?
She was April O'Neil in like one of them.
She was what?
She was in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies.
She was in a movie?
Oh, Juan heard me. He's just choosing to deny it.
You
I'm
know
trying
what?
to pull a bunda.
We should sit down and actually watch those movies sometime.
Nevertheless-
I heard they're apparently pretty entertaining.
Nevertheless, I really hope that they do right with Karrion Kross on SmackDown. This seems to be a right fit for him for now.
Yep.
So,
Now, all of this is all chaos in terms of all these streaming services trying to come together and fall apart and putting out content that really didn't deserve fucking sequels or new stuff. Okay, you can crap on, the Batgirl photo looks like it's from a CW DC TV show.
Oh no, the movie just looked kind of bad. They
But,
showed
like-
a bunch of like final shots. You could film better than that. Let's be honest.
yes, you can.
But
But
bro,
I don't have that money. Can
but
someone give me $70
speaking of
million?
money, $70 million.
It's okay. No. As bad as that, I can top that. In fact, Juan keeps reminding us, AEW, $80 million.
Fucking Kenny Omega.
Oh, by the way, no. Here's
That
the best part
idiot.
though. The game is still in development. We
I
have
know.
a chance to waste another $80 million very soon.
I know. That's the dumbest part. How the hell they burnt $80 million and the game hasn't even come out yet?
Crack
There's
and hookers.
There's no fucking. There's no demo. There's not even an
not
alpha
cracking hookers.
version
Kenny
of
Omega's too much of a nerd pussy for that.
Is there even any concept art, any screenshot?
Nope.
Anything?
nothing.
There was
Nothing.
a released
Nothing.
commercial.
No, all the commercial was an advertisement THQ and Ukes and photos of the wrestlers AEW.
I feel
fight
so-
No,
forever.
there was a video commercial
one-
where Tony Schiavone and Dr. Britt Baker were sitting down. They were playing the video game, and
We
showed
actually saw gameplay.
Yeah,
I gotta
and
find it.
according to one of the department stores or department store brands, apparently the rumored release date for the game is set to be December 31st.
Wow, what a wonderful gift
Really?
to end the year.
Fucking really?
Rumored.
When it comes crashing down and it hurts so bad.
On that subject, Angel, can you give us video gaming news that's actually better
Oh,
than what
no.
just came out of my mouth?
I have bad
Oh,
news
no.
for everybody. Sorry.
Please let this be wrong.
Oh,
Give me a
yeah.
minute. Give me a minute.
Wait.
Give me a fucking minute. Oh my fucking lord! Hang on. Hang
Let
on.
me
Hang on.
proceed
Hang on.
Juan's bad news with my
Hang
own
on.
bad news.
Juan's
I
watching
think
it
I
right
found
now.
the trailer you're talking about, Jose.
Yeah, he
Give
saw
me a
it.
few seconds over here.
Let's give it
Stop.
a few seconds here.
Okay, I
It's
get it. You guys are
live
filming schlock.
research.
It's fun to watch.
Okay, enough with the schlock. Get me the fuck over here. Give me a
Stop
few
talking.
minutes.
Show me the gameplay.
I'm trying to find the gameplay
Where's
in
the
the trailer.
goddamn gameplay?
Give me a fucking minute. Okay. Yes, Britt
Stop
Baker. I
calling
get
a
it.
promo. Come on.
Give me a second. Let me actually get this highest resolution.
They could only go to 720. That's pathetic.
There it is. There's the gameplay.
This game is still in development. Footage shown may not be representation of final product.
This just looks like 2K22. Are they using the same engine?
I don't know what engine these guys are using.
Different
Oh my Lord.
developers. WWE has 2K games. These guys have
Yeah,
Ukes
shove it in his
and-
mouth. Give him a tonsil examination. So that was fucking terrible.
my
Anyway, by the
God.
way, it's been confirmed the Death Note live action movie has a sequel. They're working on it right now.
We'll talk about that another time. But Angel, let's get straight to the video gaming news.
Actually, this one is not about video games, but it is very important because it has to do with movies, specifically TV shows, specifically Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, a.k.a. the fanfic.
Why would you do this to us?
Because I
Why?
like to hurt you. So as you
Angel,
know,
just
that
because I point out that you're an immigrant just like I am and just like my brother is.
Oh, no, this has
doesn't
nothing to do
mean-
with that.
that's- What the fuck?
It's okay. Let's let him say his piece. Go
It's
ahead.
because
Juan.
I love my friends.
Oh my God!
I
We're
fight
not just
for my
friends;
friends.
we're brothers.
You know what they say? Love hurts.
I'm
So
gonna
as you
snort
guys
some
know,
salt and
the
feel
Lord
something.
of the Rings, Rings of Power prequel show has been getting quite a bit of lambasting, not just for outright fucking breaking canon material, ignoring important material, race swapping several characters. Like this is like going to Wakanda and turning people white. That's how bad this shit is.
What?
The whole point of the mythology of Lord of the Rings is that it is done in a setting that is based on Eastern early Europe. Everybody was
You
white in
mean
there.
Western Europe?
Western Europe. And everybody was white because that's the kind of culture that it was based in, and because what's the name of the author? Tolkien.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
J.R.R.
Tolkien.
Tolkien, based it on both his experiences and the world he lived in there. So he basically created his own mythology. Let's not forget that he went as far as to make the Silmarillion, where he invented like 2 new languages just for that shit as a professor. So predictably, when the producers got in and the first thing they started to do was talking about diversity, people started raising eyebrows. And then it got worse because they started talking about the fact that they were going out of their way to defy canon, break it, do their own interpretation of it, and then they committed the cardinal sin.
Oh, tell us the cardinal
Well,
sin.
they committed 2. The
Do
first
it.
one, they blamed the audience for the bad reception.
because of course they
That's how you know it's gonna go great. When
So
people
I knew you were going to bring this point back up. I just didn't know what the concept
remember,
was. Go
never
on.
blame the audience. And now comes cardinal sin number 2. According to The Gamer, Amazon reportedly contacted none other than Mr. Peter Jackson for the Rings of Power script, and then they ghosted him.
You sent me the article. I got to read this shit. Oh my God.
no.
Give me a minute. Give me a fucking minute.
Go on, Angel. Go
As
God
you
in
know,
heaven.
as you know, Peter Jackson's The Lord of the Rings trilogy is pretty much one of the best movie series created.
And also the Hobbit movies
Exactly.
were made.
Yeah,
It is
and
no
also the Hobbit
surprise.
movies were made.
It is those that were made all right. You know what? I'm gonna say right now, Benedict Cumberbatch, fantastic dragon. I don't remember much else from the movie.
It's okay.
So now,
almost
it
no
is
one does.
no surprise that during the early stages, Amazon approached him to get his thoughts and inputs on the upcoming base Ring of Power series, which is also based on Tolkien's universe. Of course, the show is not trying to hate the movies, but you figure, input from an accomplished director like Mr. Jackson would be something good. I mean,
The guy who wrote the book on making a movie about the biggest book written.
like, if you want a good example of an excellent adaptation of source material, there you go, Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah.
There is surprising part is that apparently they just kind of left him hanging. According to what he says, they asked me if I wanted to be involved, and I said, that's impossible questions to answer without seeing the script.
Without seeing a script.
Jackson said in conversation with the Hollywood Reporter. And so they say, as soon as we get the first couple of scripts, we'll send them to you. And the scripts never showed up. That is the last thing I heard.
Which is fine.
Which
No
is
complaints
fine.
at all.
No complaints at all.
Jackson mentioned that Amazon got in touch with him about 4 to 5 years ago, around when production started, and asked if he wanted to be involved. He asked if they had scripts yet, as that's the only way he'd be able to judge. He was told that they would be shared with him as soon as they were ready. The Lord of the Rings of Power launches this August, and Jackson still hasn't received the scripts, though.
Which
Oh
means,
my
He's got
God.
the scripts, and the freaking series is out!
think about it this way. I want you to, okay, you guys are smart, logical people, and I like to believe the majority of our viewership, I'm looking at you, Steph, are smart, logical people
asleep.
too. I know. I'm still looking.
Why are you looking at Steph when she's sleeping?
Well,
let's
she needs
let
to
him
leave
get
her
to his
door closed
point.
more often. Anyway,
Go on.
point in case is, imagine this. I want you guys to imagine this scenario. You are a famed director. You make damn good movies. And they give you this big-ass trio of books of one of the most well-known Western literary masterpieces of all time, and they tell you, we need you to properly adapt this movie. And you go, I got Elijah Wood over here. And you make one of the best goddamn movie adaptations of all time. Your name becomes synonymous with making gold into shiny gold. You know, like, if you want a good adaptation, you get Peter Jackson. Show them the book. Look how thick that is. Turn it to the side.
Damn,
No, the
that
other
book be
side.
thick.
That's right. Look how big that is.
It's a masterpiece.
And he turned that into a series of 3 movies with excellent characters, beautiful action sequences, some of the most beautiful goddamn cinematography I've ever seen in my life. So you
And the memes. Don't forget
and the memes. So you think if we're making a TV series of the prequel to this, it would be a good idea to talk to the guy who did the amazing adaptation. And you go, okay, deal, but show me the script. I want to look at what you're doing here, and I want to know if this is good enough to necessitate my signature on it. And they don't tell you a damn thing.
Wow.
What does that
Which is
tell
really good.
you? Because you know what that tells me? It means that the script for this is so shitty that they were afraid of what he would say.
They were scared of his judgment.
Fear
Oh my
the
God.
Jackson.
You know what? If I want to rewatch Lord of the Rings, I'll rewatch the Peter Jackson trilogy of Lord of the Rings. Or hell, I'll go online and I'll pirate Ralph Bakshi's animated 1978 Lord of the Rings.
There's
Honestly.
also the Hobbit movies.
And there's also the Hobbit movies. I'll watch those too.
I would rather watch the Hobbit movies because so far everything they show me from this has been just a fucking
Yeah,
mess.
Angel, you remember the 1978 Lord of the Rings movie, don't
I
you?
gotta
No,
be-
he doesn't.
I
None of us were
actually
alive in
do.
1978.
I saw it.
Oh,
in
you saw it,
Cuba.
though. Okay.
It was very strange because it was the first time I saw such a bizarre, experimentation
so weird?
between animation and real life action. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually kind of enjoyed it.
During the early years when they tried out rotoscoping. And Juan, you know
it
what
was
rotoscoping
very
is.
strange.
It's just drawing over live action filming.
It is, but at the time, it was the first time I ever saw it, so
Yeah.
it kind of blew me away. Also, I accidentally closed the fucking article that I was gonna read
No, it's
next.
all good, man. It's
Give
all
me a
good.
second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Because
Here
Angel's got
it
a
is.
lot of shit to talk about for this stuff.
Now
And
let's
yes,
talk
this
about
is
some
interesting, Tam.
shenanigans. Let's talk about something that really pertains to video game. Let's talk about global war and politics.
What?
Okay, what?
An invasion of Taiwan could shut down global chip production because no one can control TSMC by force.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, what?
Go on. I want to know more about
That's
this
right.
shit.
Nobody was expecting fucking war to get in the way of PC gaming, but according
shit,
to
bro.
the boys at PC Gamer, the war could render the company of TSMC inoperable.
Damn.
This week, the U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan. She's considered the higher-level U.S. government official to visit Taiwan in 25 years.
By the way, folks, Taiwan is a country. Fuck you, China.
The consequent aggressive
Uyghurs.
reaction by China, including ongoing island encircling live-fire exercises, threatens a really precarious geopolitical situation. This could genuinely spark into a dangerous armed conflict. However, this could be a problem because there's a company in Taiwan called TSMC, and it makes many of the chips we talk about at PC Gamer. They make the CPUs, the GPUs in our PCs, and the chips in our goddamn phones. Given the importance of TCMS, not just to the global technology industry, but to the global economy itself, these tensions threaten nothing less than a disaster. And that's before considering the humanitarian, political, and military consequences of a Chinese invasion. As in, guys, we're going to have to defend Taiwan, not just to defend human rights and freedoms, but also to defend our gaming PCs.
Oh my god.
The TCMSC chairman,
TSMC.
Mark Liu was
But,
interviewed.
by the way, folks, TSMC, the full name of that company is Taiwanese Semiconductor Manufacturing Company.
Thank you.
TSMC.
When asked if the war, the terror, or the catalyst to a possible war, he said, nobody can control TMSC by force. TSMC by force. If you take a military force or invasion, you will render the factory not operable. Because this is such a sophisticated manufacturing facility, it depends on real-time connections with the outside world, with Europe, with Japan, with the US, for the materials to chemicals needed, to the spare parts to engineering the software and the diagnosis. Major companies like Apple, AMD, NVIDIA, Qualcomm, and even Intel rely on TSMC for chip production. If the production were to cease, the supply of this production could dramatically shrink or outright halt. That alone wouldn't be catastrophic, but the effect on the stocks of the big blue chip companies would be fucking destructive. We would get stock market crashings, financial system threats, global recession, again, unemployment, and so on. And what if the US steps in to defend Taiwan? We don't even want to go there.
Point is, holy shit.
Yeah, that's
we're on the verge of World War III, and folks aren't even realizing. Hey, by the way, you know these consoles, you know this phone or TV or computer
run
or
on
tablet,
those chips.
the stuff on which you're subscribed to the Ravens flock. Hopefully, this shit is gonna affect all of it.
Yes.
You thought you had problems finding a PS5 before. Wait till this shit pops off in Taiwan.
Oh my god.
But yes, I'm pretty sure I stand by the statement that we've got on there. Taiwan is a country, free the
Taiwan
Uyghurs.
is a country.
Now, I will be the
I'll
first
keep
to
Angel
admit.
off. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, by all means, this is great. I love this stuff. Now, I'll be the first to admit.
God.
My fellow flockers, I am not a fan of war. Fictional wars, I love. They're amazing.
What is it good for? Absolutely not.
Exactly. Real life war, it's a waste of human life. Good people die, bad people die, all sorts of people die. Ultimately, there are no winners in a war. There is only survivors and the rich bastards that get profit of it. However, I believe that we must all come together and fight for something that connects all of us, computers. For the sake of our gaming PCs.
Literally.
For the sake of our incredibly expensive rigs that I use to play Minecraft at 10,080 FPS. We must protect Taiwan. Human rights, who gives a shit? They are producing the things that allow us to game. The things that allow us to escape into beautiful virtual worlds that take away the stress of our everyday life. So I beseech to everyone out there fighting for the freedom of humankind to stand for something greater than yourself. To dedicate your soul, your flesh, your dedication to saving gaming. For we, the most oppressed of social classes, gamers, must stand up and fight once more. Not for our independence, who gives a shit? Not for human rights, no one cares. Not for the survival of the species, let's be honest, we deserve to go. But because our gaming rigs are in danger. Because the future of PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, and PC rely on the existence of Taiwan.
Don't forget the Stream Deck.
Because the existence of the Steam Deck depends on Taiwan. We must save Taiwan. Because if Taiwan goes, gaming goes. So for the sake of the gamers, we must fight for the freedom of Taiwan. Taiwan is no mere country. Taiwan is the greatest PC shop the world has ever seen.
Oh my god, what the fuck, Angel? Oh my
This message is brought to you by the Ravens flock.
I just have one.
This fucking political statement brought to you by the Ravens flock.
Before we get to the chat, I just have one question for you, Angel. Where the fuck was this energy on our last subathon?
I wasn't aware that we're making chips.
What?
Listen.
What do you mean? I meant the hype energy.
Oh, well, that required motivation. And at
You
the
mean
time,
you weren't motivated
I
to
was-
race for freedom?
I was preparing for a vacation. It was a very stressful time. I apologize.
All right, I'll give you that.
Let me see here. On the chat, I'm seeing Bunda was trying to say, I just want to say this objectively. The Hobbit movies were so bad, why would I want Peter Jackson messing with my script? The reason for that is actually simple. Peter Jackson only wanted to make it a duology, and the studios,
They
which were
dragged
like
it, didn't
9
they?
studios at the fucking time, all with each individual part
Too
of
many
the rights,
cooks. Too many cooks.
all were like, no, make it a trilogy, brother. Like, But no, this is a much smaller story.
So that's why the third movie feels so limp.
Yup.
We're basically going, we got to add 7 more pages of dialogue to this and figure it out.
I mean, they did add a whole backstory to Legolas's OC Donut Steal not girlfriend, Tauriel.
Tauriel.
But for the record, Evangeline Lilly, she knocked it out of the park for the material they gave her.
She
so
It just wasn't very
Anyways,
good
go on.
material.
let me see here. Let's see.
see the
Starts
blue-
out as a cartoon, says Nikki Bella. Let me see here. As long as we're taking countries, maybe the U.S. should take Canada? Asking Bunda.
Hey, leave Canada alone.
I don't know.
It's
It's
part
kind
of
of
your
like,
retirement plan. I mean, why not?
it's kind of worth taking right now.
Besides, they have so much more land than we do. There's what the fuck are we gonna do with it? Strip mine it all? Ah, shit.
Breed moose.
Juan, don't give them ideas.
Listen,
shit,
all we
I
gotta
just
do
did.
is discover that like maple syrup is a good substitute for oil, and we're good.
Hey, leave
You know what?
Ca-
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it, why not?
Let's see. Makes
Oops.
sense.
Makes sense.
Ida, coming soon. Oops. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next piece
Oh,
of news
yeah,
that
you
you
guys
got,
are finally
Angel.
getting monetized, says Adriana. Hello, Adriana.
Thank you,
We
Adriana.
are so close.
I can taste it.
Actually, what you're tasting is the smell of jambalaya in
Wow,
the air.
the spice is so strong. I actually felt it in the back of my tongue.
Lady Baron
Fantastic.
commented.
Lady Baron, hi, Lady Baron.
Hello.
The live-action Bleach movie was so awesome. One of my favorite actors played Ichigo.
Yeah, he was the actor for Kamen Rider Force, who is hilariously enough obsessed with friendship.
Nice.
And no,
Cool.
It was a perfect fit.
his goal is literally, I will make friends with every clique in the school. Okay, I'm deviating, but in the first episode of the show,
We're getting nerdy and Japanese
Don't deviate
manga
too long.
stuff,
We
so-
don't have much time left.
in
but
the
go
first
ahead.
episode of the show, an arrogant young like upperclassman rejects a love letter and crumbles it and throws it into the river. He goes, "Hey!" jumps in the river, jumps back and goes, "Reject her properly. Be polite, you piece of shit."
All right.
That is cool.
Now let's go ahead and get.
Adriana and saying hi to everyone.
All right. Now let's go ahead and get on to the next piece of video gaming news, Angel. What do
Time
you
for
got?
the next
gaming
news.
adjacent.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about NFTs again.
How is this related to video games?
This is
Bruh,
the blockchain.
it's in the blockchain, bruh.
You should.
It's the future, bruh.
But it's the future,
That is
bro.
I am done. I am
Bruh.
done with you doing that.
Bruh.
Now. Unfortunately,
Bruh.
this is not in fact the crypto bros. This is in
Bruh.
fact worse than that. It's the executive bros. Because this is caused by none other than GameStop.
Oh no! What the fuck are they doing now?
It would seem that GameStop's NFT marketplace has been caught selling stolen indie games.
Oh no.
Oh!
Snark Funko Pop retailer GameStop continues its ill-advised NFT marketplace pivot, despite a string of, quite frankly, terrible embarrassments.
Let me go ahead and drop the article here for everyone on the chat.
Yeah, go
so
ahead.
they can read along because
Angel?
this is some bullshit.
Go
right
ahead and
now.
drop the article.
Thank
Angel
you,
Two
can
weeks
PC
ago, they came under hot water when some piece of shit was selling an NFT adaptation of a famous image of a 9/11 victim jumped into his death.
Oh
Yeah.
God! I fucking remember that. That's
Yeah.
such bullshit.
It would seem that somehow the GameStop NFT marketplace has facilitated the sale of unauthorized copies of indie games. An individual by the name of Nathan Elo released a nifty arcade collection on GameStop's marketplace, earning 8.4 Ethereums,
Which is
about
approximately $14,000.
in initial sales. He did not have permission to use at least 2 of those titles in his project, but it's not entirely certain that he was not authorized to use any further of the 3 other games. He additionally did not have the license to use the Pico 8 engine utilized in all 5 of those games. You do need the license because you are paying the person who made it. Ultimately, the game was immediately pulled from the GameStop marketplace and his account was suspended. But the diffuse nature of the NFTs means that he can still access the copies of the unlicensed games and the creators may not have any say on it. They offer to compensate the developers harmed by their practices, and they have revived the project on another marketplace with a promise that future games will be in proper compliance with all terms and services. The story is yet another example of the shady behavior facilitated by the marketplace. The summer of 2021 promised the NFT artists ownership for their work, has swiftly given way to the reality where their work can and is being exploited against their will.
Bruh.
This is
The future, bruh.
God, shut up.
this
It's
is
on the blockchain, bruh.
this
It's
is
so
while
secure, bruh.
this is while the NFTs themselves continue to offer no tangible benefit and other cases beyond profit generation, as the Brazilian developer Mark Venturelli so eloquently put in his talk at the Brazil International Game Festival last month. This is not even the first time this has happened, with Metagravity's Retro Arcade Collection offering this treatment to a selection of older, bigger budget games. It is especially heinous that this spiritually deadening NFT nonsense from GameStop fester when you remember that the company recently laid off a significant number of employees, including some of the peers of PC gaming at the long-running video game magazine Game Informer itself.
You gotta be shitting me!
So there we have it. GameStop lays off a bunch of workers,
Oh my god.
immediately sets off their NFT marketplace, and within less than 2 weeks, somebody's selling NFTs of somebody who died during the 9/11 disaster by jumping off the building.
Using
and
that
selling
image with
pirated indie games.
using that image from 9/11 without permission.
No, the fact
No,
that they're
the
even
fact
using
that
the
they're
image
using-
alone is pretty fucking
no,
sick.
Joseph,
Yeah, no.
Joseph,
I
no.
know, the fact
it was
they're
a
using
fact
it is
of,
fucked
of,
up.
Of one of the people
I know,
who
the fact
threw-
they're using it is fucked
jumped-
up, Juan. I
They
get it.
jumped out of the window.
And they-
I
I know.
remember seeing that.
And now
Oh,
they're selling
God.
games that are literally stolen from their owners, and they're not even bothering with the license to the engine needed to put the marketplace in place.
That is so fucking
So-
ratchet.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, apparently the guy who did this apologized and offered to compensate them. But how many people will do that and not give a shit?
They don't care.
Once again, we
It's
are
a
being
feature,
shown
bruh.
that, it's not a bug. It's a feature. It's made to lie, cheat, and steal. It's the Eddie Guerrero engine.
No. Eddie Guerrero
No,
has
don't
charm.
sully
You know
his
what?
name
Do not
by
You're right.
sully
associating
the
with
good
it.
right.
name
I
of
ret-
Eddie Guerrero.
I
God
retract my
rest his
statement.
soul.
Eddie Guerrero had charisma. He had presence. He put asses in seats and money in pockets. Eddie Guerrero may have been a showman, but he was no real-life criminal. This is actual crime happening here. And the fact that they are so scummy as to go, let me just fire a bunch of people so I can set this up. Oops!
Wow.
It appears that this free-range use artifact that has barely any safety features has been used to commit crimes. Who
And
could have
could
possibly
predicted
expected that?
that?
This is horrible. This is real.
fucking
This is
gross,
a
man.
horrible look on GameStop. My
Yes,
goodness.
but let's be honest, GameStop has done a very good job in completely sinking its own reputation to the ground at this point.
Oh my god, man. So, folks, let us know in the comments right now. What do you think of?
I noticed the stunned silence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nobody in the chat has said a damn thing.
What is there
The
to say?
moment Angel
fucked.
said NFT of someone from 9/11 falling to their death.
Yeah, it was that
Good
disgusting.
grief.
It's worse than we expected, and it just got worse from there. Also, hello, K-Storm.
Oh, K-Storm
Yeah, no.
wants
Is
to
illus-
break people.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
death.
yeah.
Death. No, no.
I agree with K-Storm.
Yeah,
No,
the only thing that Tam can say is like, huh, fuck.
yeah.
Triggering, that's why. Okay,
It's
no, you're
really
right,
that
Adriana.
bad.
You are right, and that was horrifying. That's why I was sort of frozen.
Yeah.
Because I'm fucking remembering over 20 years ago, like 22 years ago almost. No, 21 years ago.
Yeah, the
when it
9/11
happened.
incident.
And I'm remembering, like, okay, that person, whoever put that NFT out, lowest scum of the earth, they deserve to get smashed in the face.
To hell.
They,
Like, where
yeah,
the
they
ch-
deserve to
No,
burn in
they
hell.
They deserve
Death.
to. They
No
deserve to
judgment.
meet
Die now.
Chainsaw Man.
Guys,
There you
no.
go.
Yeah.
Listen, they don't. This person doesn't have a spot in hell. They have a fucking giant hotel suite in hell
VIP
waiting
lounge.
with a 24-hour available
Pineapple rectal insertion.
Oh, John,
I was
we
gonna say
have a
pitchfork
whole...
insertion.
Pitchfork? No,
John,
no.
We
no,
have
no,
so
no.
many things to show you, John. It's a whole theme park.
No.
Just for you.
Oh God! Oh fucking Constantine again. Okay, we're sorry about mentioning the stuff. We're reading off the article as it is, and we're giving our commentary on how
Yeah, no,
absolutely
this
scummy
needs
that
to be
is.
known because
The-
this is how low it can go, and let's be honest, it can go even lower than that.
And this is part of what we do. These are topics that are very heavy, very controversial, and we are the folks that talk about them every week.
Now, to be fair, like that's like an example of how low tier and shit people use NFTs to make money in the most disgusting ways. The example in the article was the fact that some motherfucker took video games that were being developed by smaller indie companies, stole it, didn't even use the proper game engine to run the game, and sold it on the NFT
I
marketplace.
made this. You made this. I made this.
Fuckers.
So
Tam
yes.
is saying, forget the cactus, going full pineapple.
Oh yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
definitely.
All
If
right,
you guys know Little Nicky, the Adam Sandler movie.
Unleash the ass.
No, Little Nicky was like the son of the devil, and Harvey
Yeah.
Keitel played
Yeah,
the
no,
devil.
he said
and
that
had,
when he's some.
and had
Hitler.
Or that dude. Yeah, let's.
Pineapples up a certain German
Dictator from
Just say Adolf Hitler wearing a
unmentionables
fucking major.
It's him.
behind.
You're fine.
Just say Adolf Hitler. Just say
No,
Hitler.
it's okay.
It's
We-
fine.
yeah, but it's
Regardless,
not-
point in
that's
case
not
we
the
have.
point.
Regardless, the point has come that this is sadly all I have to say. regarding the video game news. So please let us know what you think of.
Hang on.
Sorry.
What about the news I sent you about Pokemon?
Oh, I looked into that, but unfortunately there really wasn't much to say except we showed a bunch of new Pokemon, and the legendaries look like motorcycles. Pokemon fights on motorcycles.
That's actually fun.
Ironically, only one of them actually runs like a motorcycle. The other one uses his arms and legs, and I'm like, come on.
All right, well, I guess
Adriana does want to say that shit happens to the underdogs all the time. I'm just
Unfortunately.
glad the underdogs got justice.
Yes,
That is true.
This is unfortunately only one case of many. And sadly, as long as NFTs continue to be pushed and pulled like a fucking drug in the back
The
streets,
future, bruh.
we will sadly be seeing much of this in the future, bruh.
Bruh.
All
What
right.
is the
Also,
future?
I would like to conclude this segment with two things. First off, read Chainsaw Man. Second, we watched Bullet Train. It was fucking amazing. Watch Bullet Train.
Yes, definitely watch Bullet Train. We know that Steph
Yes.
saw it ahead of us, but then again, that's UK time for you.
Yes.
5
All right.
hours ahead.
And that pretty much wraps up our program. Just a couple of announcements going forward. Let me think. Oh yeah. So next. So yeah, we'll get to the announcements. For our next convention, just a reminder, folks, for our local audience and for those traveling out of state, we will be in attendance for Phantasm Orlando, which is Friday, August 19th till Sunday, August 21st at the DoubleTree by the entrance to Universal Orlando in Orlando, Florida. It is a newish horror convention. Lots of guests will be there, including voice actor Paul St. Peter, the guy who voiced Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts 2.
I interviewed the guy once. He was very pleasant.
Yes, indeed. And we have lots of other guests over there. Lots of cosplay guests, including Serenity Magical Cosplay. She will
Who's
be
a friend of ours.
who is a friend of
And
ours.
Psychotic Beauty Cosplay, who's also a friend of ours.
Absolutely. So if you're in town and if you want to check out a good horror con in the middle of the summertime, go ahead and hop over to Orlando and give Phantasm a look-see.
Thank you kindly for joining us once more.
We're going
And
to
once
went ahead
again,
and drop the link on there for y'all, so
Thank you.
check us out
And
there.
as far as announcements goes, if you want to catch any more hilarious video gaming and shit-talking commentary, Angel, where can they watch?
Well, if they so desire, they may join us every single Saturday on Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m., as we play with Los Amigos Play, where we enjoy the video games that I like, as this fantastic peanut gallery over here offers running commentary. We are currently enduring to the Shakespearean tragedy of Devil May Cry Definitive Edition
DMC,
Burgess
good
Downfall,
grief.
Yeah.
featuring Donkey Kong mode, a Hideo Kojima game.
God damn it.
Yeah, no, it's
Rated M for mature
Rated
because,
M for
you got to be
mature.
grungy.
By the way, there was a little clip that I forgot
Grungy.
to mention.
Okay.
When this game was announced at the same time as the DMC4 Special Edition, you know the game we played before?
Yeah.
When they announced this trailer, the game's trailer, they did a big showcase of all the new modes and all the new tech and all the new improvements.
Uh-huh.
Guess how they announced the next game?
How?
Black screen, cuts to an image of Virgil. I need more power. That's all they had to say.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they had to do, and that was enough to get people hooked into it.
Now, of course, on this program, we can't cram a whole bunch of topics all at once.
Obviously,
But
it
whenever
happens.
we do find one, we do want to go deeper and deeper and deeper.
Deeper.
So, where can we watch? Where can we watch such things?
You want
Juancho?
deep dives into singular news stories in geek culture? Then you come to my show, The Black Files. That's streaming live Wednesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. Basically, we got this whole formula, except I'm running the show, and we just focus in on one topic. If I'm not mistaken, last week we were talking about the threat that was made against the Power Rangers convention, Power Morphicon in Pasadena, California. That guy's the scum of the earth, and as J. Jonah Jameson has said, he doesn't want to be famous, then we'll make him infamous.
He's a menace.
That is one of the many stories
fuck
that
that guy.
That is one of the many stories that we're going to be keeping our ears to the ground on as it develops, and if there's any updates, we will be here to talk
Now-
about it. Right?
Yeah, that's true, but we're not. Because Angel and I aren't the only ones with solo shows.
That's right.
You've got your own bit of your own, don't you, Jose?
That's right, folks. So for any wrestling fans out there, tune into my show every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern here on YouTube and Twitch called Wrestle Rewind, where I review 3 of the many wrestling programs here in the United States. That is WWE NXT 2.0, which airs Tuesday nights, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, which airs Wednesday nights, and Impact Wrestling on Access TV, which airs Thursday nights. And, I also do reviews and highlights of TV specials and pay-per-view events that's happening that same week. So, yeah, if you want to hear me talk wrestling, that's where to go.
Pretty straightforward. And then, of course, you have
The
this
main show, our main show, our flag show that we've been doing for 10 years.
Angel
the
doesn't
Ravens
have the
Flock.
shirt anymore, but he still has his phone case.
Yes, he does.
Yes, observe. This plastic solid case
don't
has
drop it,
protected
don't
my
drop it,
phone
don't
for
drop it.
many years. I will not, in fact, drop it because I'm a smart boy. I'll throw it on the ground.
God damn
Don't
it!
tell me what to do. Don't tell me anything ever again. Smoking sucks a straw. Anyway,
Free phone.
point it. Are you sure you want that thing? You have no idea what I put in there.
I'll take that risk.
Okay, so
All right,
FBI, he's on the list now. Not me. Not my fucking problem.
Folks,
Go ahead. Arrest a sovereign citizen. See how well that works for you.
Guys, let me finish the announcement. On our main show, as we did today, we gather here every single week at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Twitch to talk about all of our nerd topics that's circulating every single week, as along with topics that's important in our community. And if you want a super cool, badass phone case of the Ravens Flock, much like what Angel Mendez got right here, then go to visit our merchant shop called teespring.com/stores/the-ravens-flock. We have an entire Teespring shop set up. It's available, ranging from yoga pants, men's shirts, not just men's shirt, individuals shirts. You see, I'm trying to be inclusive here.
Of course.
Well, they're
Shirts,
at least
unisex
those
shirts.
are-
We don't care.
Unisex
if you're-
shirts, shirts, tank tops, hoodies, yoga pants. We also have accessories such as phone cases for whichever phone model you have. Tote
Even
bags,
iPhones.
even iPhones.
Still waiting for that Bad Dragon advertisement deal, though.
Tote bags, stickers,
Don't hold your breath.
everything. And we have them at prices that you won't bitch about.
Exactly, especially in this economy. As we all know, one of the hardest things to obtain nowadays is not gas, it's decent clothing. We can at least provide you with that.
Wancho, go ahead and share
We
it.
could try. I just went ahead and dropped it.
Thank you.
And we do like to drop out the odd discount code every now and then. So keep tuning in. We might just drop you one. And we appreciate Adriana G over here in the chat. She's saying, let's see here. Watch you guys just to help your algorithm
Thank
from
you
now
so
on.
much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
We really
But please-
appreciate
And she's dropping the black and purple hearts over here. That's
Hey.
our
Please,
crew. That's our
do not just watch it for the sake of giving us money, which, hey, that's cool. Give us money. But
Thank
Watch
you.
it because you
do it
want
because you
to.
want to. Feel free to drop any praise and or constructive criticism. No matter what happens, we're always trying to slowly improve ourselves inch by inch.
Real quick, we did actually get a Cash App drop, $3 from Bunda. Appreciate that, buddy.
Thank you very much,
pal.
Bunda. We really
Thank you,
appreciate
Bunda.
it.
You the best, man. You the best.
Now, everything that we do. Now, I want to take this moment to say thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Thank you, everyone, for subscribing, who's watching us. Everything that we do here on this channel, from our variety of shows to going to conventions to interviewing special guests to hosting quarter annual subathons here on this program. Everything that we do here is all part of our determination from 2013 to make your voice
Our mission.
Now, with that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of The Ravens Flock, hosted by Jose Casabona, Angel Mendez, and yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we discuss the news and headlines in the world of geek culture, nerd culture, pop culture, cosplay, the convention community, anime, video games, pro wrestling, and everything in between. And as Jose had eloquently put it, as we strive to dig into the heart of the matter to make your voice our mission. Tune in as we come to you live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Twitch. Hit the subscribe and follow button and ding that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our media content. Don't forget to check out our other programs that we have on this show. Share the word, spread the word, tell your friends, make a couple more accounts. We won't mind, and we won't tell Auntie Susan.
Shush!
And remember that we are here to make your voice our mission, folks. Until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/The Ravens Flock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/The Ravens Flock Online, Twitch.tv/The Ravens Flock Online, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/The Ravens Flock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
Yes.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of our flagship show. Nerds watching all over the internet. We are the Ravens Flock, and we are out.